Now let's have a look together if this is working correctly. I'm going to start my test RPC in one window, and in another window can be a shell, can be a command line on Windows, can be a bash on Linux. Doesn't matter. In the right directory I type in truffle migrate, so it will migrate the contracts, it will deploy them. And on Windows I use PowerShell here. I will run the dev server. Again, if you're on Linux or on Mac, just open a shell and type in npm run dev in the root directory of this project. Now I'm going to start my Chrome, and I'm going to the localhost port 8080 for my Webpack dev server. And the first thing that I have to do is I have to start my MetaMask with the right password. And here I am. I chose my first account from my test RPC, which is the 0x628C2, just making sure that you are having the first account. And if you don't remember how to get these accounts inside, just go back to the previous lectures and rewatch them. Now again, even though I've selected my first account, I'm getting this error. The first thing that I have to do is I have to add my token actually to my exchange, so my exchange knows where to get those balances from. Now what I see here is I have no more error, and now I have 0 fixed tokens in my exchange and 0 ether in my exchange. I go back to the manage token side, and for my fixed token I will now give my exchange the allowance to use 50 of my tokens. There is the event fired, and my exchange can now use 50 tokens. So I can go back to my exchange and deposit 50 tokens. Again, I can only use 2.1 million way in the test RPC. And now I have 50 tokens in my exchange. Now I try to withdraw them again. Let me first have a look if the token balance is right. Yeah, in my token contract, actually, I have now 50 tokens less. Now let's see if this is working. I want to withdraw 50 tokens. And this is not working because here we have an error. It's called app set status and not self, because we have no reference to the scope. So I've changed self to app. And let me try this again. So we can withdraw the tokens. Withdrawal is complete. Let's see if we have any fixed tokens left in our exchange. We don't. And we have our 1 million tokens back in our account. Now that's the whole cycle with the deposit and withdrawal from our tokens. And now we are talking about deposit and withdrawal of Ether, which is much easier than tokens. And then we are done with the deposit and withdrawal functions. And the next thing that we're going to do later is we are going to implement the actual trading.